So today's main topic of conversation, as I said before, we're going to be, kind of giving our reviews and just talking generally about Last of Us 2 and God of War Ragnarok.
Yep.
We're going to start with God of War Ragnarok because 2 of the 3 of us have finished it, so we don't want to get too in-depth and spoil it. You can guess who didn't finish it. That's okay. So yeah, let's start with, should we start with the one who didn't finish?
Yes. You go first and then we'll...
Okay.
Based on what you've played.
Yeah, so what do you think so far?
So I guess I'm not very far, but spoilers to anyone who hasn't played it at all and wants to play it. I only like 5 missions, like main missions deep. So
right.
like a fifth of the game way through. So I just got to the. I just finished the part where you like break Freya's curse, and I left Vanaheim, and did all the side stuff there, and then now I'm doing the find the elf temple, which I didn't realize. No, I can't do right now. I find the first key. Anyway, but it's good so far. I liked it. I did fall off for a bit once it got to the first open part of Alfheim. And then when I came back to it, I was like, it was not as crazy as I thought it was, so it wasn't that bad. But me playing all day yesterday, with 2 or 3 open area parts, that's what kind of, I was like, oh boy.
Yeah. No,
but,
yeah. That's one of my things with this game was I think the open area, and I'll bring up open area stuff later when we're talking about Last of Us, but I think the open area stuff is fine. I just think it's God damn it.
Yeah. It becomes a more of a chore at some point because there's items there, so it's you want to get them, but it's also you don't feel
I want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to do it.
I want to stay here for 3 hours on each world to then have to come back anyway.
Because the first game when you played through it. Like me, I didn't do pretty much any side content except for the Valkyries in the first game. And that's because I wanted
I could not beat the Valkyries.
I just wanted to get the Infinity Gauntlet stuff. So that's mostly why. And that stuff, the side content didn't feel intrusive to the main game. So I felt like I could just go through the main game fine. Yeah. Not have to worry about it. But in this game, something about it, the side content felt more hey, bro, you're going to want to do this. Yeah. You're going to want to stick here for 3 to 6 hours. Yeah. Instead of just playing the game.
Yeah. I mean, some of the characters blatantly say hey, we could do this stuff before.
Remember, there's stuff around.
That's Atreus all the time. He's we don't have to keep adventuring. We can check here.
Key. But then when I start looting, they're like, dang, bro, you really don't miss any loot, though.
Yeah.
That's trying to get diesel.
I will give the game credit to that, where when you are doing things, I feel like they have dialogue for all kinds of situations, which is a cool thing to notice.
Yeah, mechanically, that's very good.
Yeah.
Well, if you had to give it a number score,
I was gonna say
right now,
I do enjoy it. Overall so far, it's pretty good. I don't know what else came out that year. It was 2 years ago. God of War 2 came out?
Competed with Elden Ring.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
And I forget what else. I just know that those were the top 2 that year, and everyone was like, "It's gonna be one of those." That win.
I understand Elden Ring winning then. If that was the year it came out, but I like it a lot so far. I think from where I am, I would give it. I'll give it 2. Purely off of the story stuff and the kind of in the way side stuff. That's not doesn't feel super. I'd give it low key an 8, maybe 8.5, maybe out of 10. Okay. But with going out of your way, because even the Vanaheim stuff, 3 ghosts on top of the Freya side stuff, on top of some other stuff in the area. So it's a little bit much, but on top of the every puzzle at every island, I think with all of that stuff included, it's still pretty good. It takes me out of it a little bit. I give a 7 maybe, or a high 6, a 6.8 or something. You know what I mean?
The game overall, you're saying?
Just where I've been at. So how far what I've done so far. With all the other stuff, it's still pretty good. Yeah, I'll say it's a 7, but the side stuff takes me out of it a little bit. But with just the story stuff, I give it what I say 8 or 8.5. Yeah, I give it so far.
Okay.
It could go up, it could go down, because once again I'm still relatively early, but yeah.
All right, I'll give my score and then kind of go off of that. I would say base game itself, I would give as well, also an 8.5 with the Valhalla DLC added in because of story reasons. I would bump it up to maybe a 9.
Okay.
Only because I feel like it does a lot to close on like certain things in the game, and it definitely gives you more things to like learn about in the game, and it addresses a lot of things. I don't want to spoil anything, but I do think it brings up the general rating for me for the game because it added so much to it.
I just thought about Austin hasn't played it, right?
We'll tell him not to watch.
Yeah, don't watch
this.
this.
Okay,
we're not spoiling God of War though. We're not really doing. Well, you gave some spoilers.
Yeah, I did say spoiler right beforehand, but hopefully he'll skip a
We'll
couple minutes.
let him know that it's
We'll give him a time code,
and maybe edit a little spoiler warning.
That's also true.
In there at some point. But yeah, so the open world stuff for me, my thing about games that are open world is I am a dungeon crawler. If I go into a dungeon or I go to a place, I need to look at every single corner. I need to get every single item. And I hate it because it takes me hours sometimes. But it's just the need to like complete something to its fullest. So like that's my problem with this game every now and then is like I would complete like a main mission and like I'd have like the part where I can explore. And then I open the map and it's like, look at all these things that you don't have, and I'm like,
I just felt that wave of like, oh my god, like brush over me just thinking about it. That
was me, like also like with Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
every time I open up the map, I just see all those things that I haven't gotten for that.
With Spider-Man 2, it wasn't as bad because of how fast you can move throughout the map. I didn't mind it as much.
That's also true. For me, I think same how you feel about the God of Wars is how I felt about Spider-Man. For the first game, I didn't mind doing like all the side stuff as much, but I think in the second not to I guess get off track, but like that's where I felt like it felt a little bit like out of the way for some of the stuff, especially some of the spiders being like, "Hey, bro," like, I'm like, all right,
no,
bro.
Especially because of the fact that you did it for the first game, you probably did it for Miles as well, and then they expect you to do it a third time now, and it's like Jesus Christ, like how many? And not only that, when I did it on regular game. I did it on New Game Plus for Spider-Man 1. I did it regular game, New Game Plus for Miles, and then I did it regular Spider-Man 2. And I haven't finished my New Game Plus on Spider-Man 2, so it's like it's rough. But that's for me, like, because you would finish like, let's say Alfheim. I will give Alfheim some credit. To me, it didn't seem as boring in 2 as it was for me in 1. But what also saved it was that I did the open world and then it stops you at some point because you have to do other stuff and then come back.
That's true.
So it's nice to get a little bit of a break without having to like do everything in that one place. But another thing that like it's good and bad, I guess, is when you finish an area and you think you did everything and then you leave, you go somewhere else and then like you unlock an ability that lets you open this thing now. And it's like, hey, that's in every spot that you were just at. So you got to go back and do it all over again.
I like that in concept.
Yes.
And some games do it well.
Yeah.
God of War, every time I would see something and I knew I couldn't do anything with it, I'd be like,
damn it, bro.
What? Yeah, I don't want to come back. I just want to finish the area and just move on.
There'd be times where I'd see something and I'm like throwing everything I have in to see if I could do it yet. And I'm like, and then I just hear like Atreus and Ramir like, you don't have access or whatever.
Yeah, you don't have the magic for that.
Come on, bro.
You don't have the facilities for that, big man.
That's kind of how I'm even like less far in Jedi Fallen, the Star Wars Fallen Jedi.
Jedi Survivor.
What's the second one?
Survivor.
Or
I haven't played either one.
Is it just Jedi, like Jedi Survivor?
I think it's Jedi Survivor.
I know Fallen Order is the first
Fallen
one.
Order. I thought it was like Fallen. What? Anyway, probably. I'm even less far in that game, and that's also very much how I feel about that game.
Oh, they have a lot of that in that game too.
It was like a decent amount of open world. That's kind of why. That's what really made me fall off that game. Like the first planet you go to, it's like hey bro, it's like there's a task, you have to find somebody, but it's very much like this planet to explore, and I'm like, oh my god, bro,
please stop.
Yeah.
Please, I'm gonna do it later. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. But that game also, that one feels a little bit more like a chore for it. But hey,
besides just the open world, I do want to highlight combat was kind of basically the same as God of War 1. Some stuff was different, like some new combos were added, which is nice. There was something else that was added that I don't know if you got yet that I don't want to say. But having that helped refresh things because I feel like if it was just
make the same combo,
I would probably get sick of it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to put this out there because I know people hate it. Playing as Atreus, honestly, kind of great.
Fire. Yeah. I like it a lot.
It helped. Sorry, it helped refresh me in the game again because I was like, Kratos is my boy.
Yeah.
But sometimes I get a little bored.
Yeah.
So being able to step away from him and not even have him around for a bit and just do things as Atreus was kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially because like coming off of the first game, like kind of a similar issue with Spider-Man, where the first game isn't different enough from the second game to feel like a new experience.
Yeah.
So it's like I came off of doing all these same moves and combos in the first game, so I'm already have all that experience there. So by the time I do it in the second game, it takes a lot less time before I'm like, all right, I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
So with Atreus gameplay happening, it refreshed things entirely because it's different and more interesting.
Yeah.
So not much more interesting, but it makes it a better experience. I think.
And honestly, like God of War 1, when you leave like Alpha and you come out of like that portal that Kratos is in, and you see all them elf bodies and just Atreus, I was like,
okay,
I gotta see what it's like, man. I gotta see what it's like, and now I can. And I get it.
It's hard. Getting trained by Kratos, that's what happens like your whole life. But I think that they do a good job so far. Once again, especially if you like do strictly the story mission stuff, like they do a good job of like breaking it up. So like Kratos and Atreus, just Atreus, Kratos and Atreus, just Kratos. Like I think they do a good job of that. Look, I will say, I think, okay, another spoiler. 3, 2, 1. I will say the Ironwood part a little too long for me.
Okay,
a little bit.
Was that
when you meet Angerboda?
And you're
yeah,
a little too long. But
I cannot agree more.
Yeah, but
it was a little too long.
Yeah, but
I
had a decent. I liked seeing their dynamic.
Yep.
But I think like I spent a little too long in that place.
Yeah,
I think
because it was a lot of like, do this, and come back.
Oh,
do this, but do this now,
and then come back.
Yeah, it's like
exactly.
Can we just get to the point?
Yeah, exactly.
Get on my slow ass buffalo thing. Get on the back of my slow buffalo thing as it walks around, and then we walk back, and then we walk around again, and then it walks back, and then walk.
I do rock the Yalla though. Go.
True.
I will say, sorry, another spoiler. Another thing about the Atreus combat is once I got the turning into the wolf thing. That's hard.
True.
That's hard.
Finding out that he had that, I was
true.
Like, this is great.
This is heat. Okay.
Who needs Spartan rage?
Facts. And now I got the Valor. Because I was like thematically, the Valor is cool for Kratos. So I've been using it. But like sometimes I'm like, I kind of miss the rage, bro. Which I can always. I'm sure. I always can go back, but I'm like, oh.
Sorry, I was like hitting the wall.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, I think I prefer the rage a little bit, but once again, thematically for my boy, I'm gonna use the Valor a little bit just to, But
yeah, it's good for like it's situational.
I feel. True.
What's your overall? Oh no, you said 8 point or no?
It was like an 8, and then with
DLC potentially
like 9. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd love to talk about it, but I can't.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll get there.